Y'all, my Vandy is struggling today.
My daughter was raped.
I should have kept her at home. I told you I could take.
It's just, the struggle is fucking real right now. My mouth hurts worse than it did yesterday, which isn't surprising. But anyway, I should be able to talk better once the stitches fall out, but that's apparently not time to happen yet. So, it is what it is. Oh. Fuck. Just kidding. Bitch. Hold on 1 second. I'm back. Thank you for the likes. I didn't see who gave them, but thank you. Oh. Sorry, I'm taking antibiotics. Oh, hold on. The struggle is real today. My mouth hurts. Oh, bitch. I'll just borrow back off this one. That's okay. Okay. Started. Alright, we're gonna get started on makeup in just a second here.
You know, all I wanted for Christmas was a new chair, and instead I got the flu. There must have been some confusion. I'm so sorry I missed last week. I posted on my social media that I had the flu, and it sucked. But honestly, I really needed that little break. So I appreciate you guys for understanding that sometimes stuff happens. You gotta take care of yourself. My name is Bailey Sarian, and today is Monday. And should we get a new theme song for 2020? No, okay, sorry. Which means it's murder, mystery, and makeup Monday. If you are new here, hi, my name is Bailey Sarian, and every Monday, except for last Monday, every Monday I sit down, I talk about a true crime story that's been heavy on my noggin, and I do my makeup at the same time. If you're interested in true crime and you like makeup, I would highly suggest you hit that subscribe button. I'm here for you every Monday. Before we jump into today's story, today's video is sponsored by Hunt a Killer. Yay! I love Hunt a Killer. So what's Hunt a Killer, you ask? It's the game that gets you off your phone and thrusts you and your friends/family into an ongoing murder mystery investigation.
Thank you for the like.
One of the fastest growing subscription boxes in the country. You'll go through documents, evidence, audio recordings, and case files, eliminating suspects, putting pieces together until you crack the case and catch the killer. I mean, if you can. Plus, part of the proceeds for every box goes to the Cold Case Foundation, an organization that helps with real-life cold cases. It's a unique game where it really comes down to you and your investigative skills, which I thought highly of my investigative skills. You want me to solve a murder? No problem. Turns out, yeah, I'm having a hard time there. It's challenging in a good way. It's different and it gets me using my noggin. Just for my subscribers, you can go to huntakiller.com and use discount code SARIAN for 20% off your first box.
Today's color is green, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. I am taking a little more time doing my makeup just because obviously my mouth is still fucked up. And it's going to be 5 weeks before they'll even touch me to do dental implants. I really just want the pain part to go away. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for the light. So I'm sorry if I'm hard to understand. I can't speak very well. It's a real life struggle.
Oh, baby. Let me tell you, while I was staring death in the face, I just was going through and coloring all these serial killers, and I came across this guy who I haven't colored yet. I'm so sorry. I should have colored him for the video. Randy Kraft, a scoreboard killer. And I was like, who are you, you little weirdo? And so I was sent down a rabbit hole. Oh my gosh, this guy. So we're talking about Randy Kraft here. Shout out to my sister for getting me.
I appreciate all the love and support I've gotten. It's been like a real self-esteem hit to film without my teeth, but this is what I do, and I don't want that taken away from me. And when I found out it could be 5 weeks before I could get the implants, and then 5 weeks of appointments before they'll have the implants and shit completed, I was like, fuck no. I can't wait that long to work and shit. So, here we are.
The following presentation is intended for mature audiences. It contains graphic descriptions of crime scenes, adult dialogue, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. So Randolph Kraft was born March 19th, 1945 in Long Beach, California. Randolph, who went by the name Randy. Now, Randy was the baby of the family and the only boy, so he was showered with attention from his mother and his sisters
that was
as
gross.
well. But it said that Randy's father was like super distant and didn't seem to want a relationship with his son at all, and the father preferred to spend most of his time with his daughters or his wife. He had a pretty good upbringing, pretty normal. The only thing Randy said that was like rough for him when he was a kid was that he was prone to accidents. At the age of 1, he fell from a couch and broke his collarbone, and then a year later he was knocked unconscious because he fell down a flight of stairs. Like, he was always tripping and falling. But that's what Randy said was like the only thing that was rough for him was he was prone to accidents. But isn't it a little suspicious? Like, how do you just fall down well, I fell down a flight of stairs. Randy's family ended up moving to Orange County, California when he was 3 years old. His parents purchased a former women's army dormitory, and they converted this big structure into a 3-bedroom home, which sounds
my mouth hurts so bad.
And, the house was very modest. So
Thank you for sharing the live, Sandy.
Randy went to elementary school, as a child does. Randy's mom was a member of the PTA. She baked cookies for the Cub Scout meetings, and she made certain that her children received
What are
Bible
you
lessons
talking
every
about?
week. Now, Randy, he did amazing.
We don't have
in school.
roaches.
He excelled, okay? And he was recognized by
Thank you
all
very
his
much,
teachers
Sugar
in
and
school
Toes.
that he was like an above average student. In junior high school, he was placed in all of the advanced classes and also advanced programs outside of the school. Now, by the time Randy had entered high school, he was the only kid from his family still living at home with mom and dad. His sisters had moved out. They got houses.
It's always Pride Month in our house.
At that time, and since both parents were not often around, Randy was pretty independent. Randy had his own.
So, do you want to expand on what you're talking about, HCNE? Because we don't have roaches. We've never had roaches. We're very clean people.
He had friends. He wasn't bullied. He wasn't picked on. He had a great childhood. So good for him. While in high school, Randy.
Also, just know that your negative comments will get you blocked, because I can't really argue back with you right now, and I'm just not in the mood for it.
Political groups within the school.
Oh my god, my cheek looks bruised. Ugh.
So he participated in that, and then Randy graduated from high school when he was 18. Out of 390 students, he was 10th in his class. So Randy said after high school, or senior year / when he graduated, that's when he really started to cruise around gay bars, and he started hanging out there and getting familiar with the whole scene. Randy enrolled at the Claremont Men's College, and he got a full scholarship.
I love how people say shitty shit and then don't say anything else.
Randy guy is great, right? Of course not. Why are we here? During his sophomore year of college, Randy became involved in his first openly homosexual relationship. Now, Randy would say that his homosexuality, it wasn't a secret at his school and amongst his peers and his friends, but his family was still completely unaware that he was gay. And his family was super conservative. He knew it was going to be a situation. While still in school, Randy took a part-time job working as a bartender at a popular gay bar. During that time is when, Randy was kind of figuring out what he liked. He began cruising for male sex workers at known pickup spots around Huntington Beach. Then in 1963, Randy went to look for a male sex worker for the night. Unfortunately, yeah, bummer. It was one of the guys who was going to pick up that night was actually an undercover police officer. Randy got arrested, and luckily for Randy, it worked out because his charges were dropped because he had no previous arrest record. They had no reason to. I don't know. They just did. In 1967, Randy started to have reoccurring headaches and stomach pains. He didn't know what was causing it, and it was causing a lot of issues just in his life and his well-being. So his doctors ended up prescribing him tranquilizers and pain medicine, which he often mixed with alcohol because college, Randy lost interest in school and his grades just really started to plummet. So it took him an additional 8 months to graduate from college, but he did end up graduating and he earned a Bachelor of Arts in Economics June of 1968 after scoring high marks on the Air Force aptitude test. Randy then enlisted in the U.S. Air Force. He threw himself into his work and quickly advanced to the rank of Airman First Class. It just seemed like whatever Randy put his mind to, he was really good at it. Finally, at this time is when Randy decided to come out to his parents and tell them that he liked men, he was interested in men, he was gay. His father was like ultra conservative, and his mom was like, she was conservative, but she didn't approve of his lifestyle, but like she still loved him. She still supported him. His father, who he never really had a good relationship with, he just completely lost his shit. It was at this time his relationship with his parents changed. They didn't really speak to him as much. Then in July of 1969, Randy received a general discharge from the Air Force on medical grounds. Randy claimed that the discharge came after he told his superiors that he was gay. So he was really sad by this, that he got discharged, and he ended up moving back home. And he took a job as a forklift operator, and then he also worked part-time as a bartender. So then in 1971, Randy decided that he wanted to become a teacher, so then he enrolled in the Long Beach State University. And then while he's there attending school, he met another student. His name was Jeff, and they really hit it off, and they ended up dating. They ended up moving in together, and they were together until the end of 1975, so about 4 years. Randy would say it was Jeff who introduced him to bondage and drug-enhanced sex, and also threesomes as well. The relationship, I guess, was pretty rocky. They fought all the time. Randy just really wanted to settle down and be in a relationship, a monogamous relationship. You have no idea, side note, you have no idea how long I've been sitting here trying to say monogamous. Monogamous. Maybe 2020 will be the year I pronounce things better. No, probably not. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, Randy really just wanted to stop with like the threesomes and just be in a relationship one-on-one. They decided to go their separate ways. 1976, it was about like a year later after the breakup with this Jeff guy, Randy goes on to meet another guy named Jeff. He has something with Jeff's, okay? But they met at a party. They ended up hitting it off, and they were together for about a year. This Jeff, he was 19. Randy was 10 years older, so Randy was 29. Randy would say that like he was the mentor in the relationship. He introduced this new Jeff to the gay bar scene and taught him about cruising a nearby marine base for partners to engage in threesomes, which is weird because Randy said that he wanted to stop with the threesomes, but we can't judge. We're not judging. And they ended up purchasing a home together in Long Beach, California. And then Randy ended up getting a new job. He was working for a computer company. With this job came a lot of travel, so he would be on business trips all the time. And he would go to Oregon, he would go to Michigan. Every week he was going somewhere new. You know, that's really hard in a relationship. This new Jeff was like, I want you to be home more. And Randy was like, I don't really want to be home more. I like my job. They ended up splitting up in 1982. So then he finds a new Jeff. No, I'm kidding. That is Randy's whole story. Now, May 14th, 1983, two highway patrol officers, they spotted a car. This car was weaving down the road, and it wasn't just like a one little swerve, like they went to grab something and he swerved. No, it was like this person's drunk, let's follow them. So the officers signal for him to pull over, so they pull the car over, and then Randy actually gets out of the car and starts walking towards the officers. Police police officers say that they could smell the alcohol. He just reeked of alcohol. They just come take a look at him and they see that he's just a mess. Like, his shirt's all buttoned incorrectly, it's untucked, his pants zipper was down. It was like, what's this guy doing? He just looked a little rough. So of course police officers give him the standard sobriety test, and of course Randy ends up failing. So they handcuff him and they put him in the back of the police car. That's when this other patrol officer goes to check out Randy's car. They didn't have a chance to look into his car yet, whatever, but they walk over to his car and they look inside. I laugh when I'm nervous again. No harm. Okay, thank you. So they look into his car. What do they see? Okay, let me tell you. They see a young man in his car, and his pants are pulled down. He was barefoot. He was slumped over in the passenger seat. This young man isn't responding. Take a closer look, and they see on his neck there seems to be like signs of strangulation, and his wrists were bound with what seemed to be like some rope. Trying to take a pulse, and this man is dead. Randy, what the heck are you doing? They were able to later on ID the victim, and he was a 25-year-old Marine who was stationed nearby. Friends reported that this young man, he was at a party and he ended up hitchhiking home. So his autopsy.
This is your green look for today. Be sure to check in tomorrow. We'll be doing orange. And I will see you all then. Have a wonderful day. Bye.